Click that subscribe button and smash that bell icon. Yeah! What is up, guys? Chris here, and welcome back to another episode of Urbex. Today's journey brings us to the Lafayette Square Mall in Indianapolis, Indiana. This mall was built by Edward J. DeBartolo, Sr., and it opened in April 1968. It is located at 38th Street and Lafayette Road in Pike Township, just 2 miles north of the famous Indianapolis Motor Speedway. This was the very first enclosed shopping mall in the greater Indianapolis area. Upon completion, Lafayette Square featured 90 inline tenants, a single-screen general cinema movie theater, and over 1 million square feet of retail space located on an 80-acre site. What you're looking at here is the old Ellis Ayres department store, which eventually became a Macy's, and I have to say I love the architecture on this building. I love the fact that they kept it all original. To the best of my knowledge, it's original, but it has really great 60s and 70s aesthetics, and I love it. And you can still see that awesome label scarf from the Ellis Ayres and then the Macy's over top of it. OMG, you guys, this place looks so awesome. I wish I could have seen this when it was in operation. It's so sad that we can't have one last slice of pizza and another round of Pac-Man. The mall originally had 5 anchor stores, which included a JCPenney that was in the south end, a Sears that was located on the north end, G.C. Murphy in the north wing, which was near the Sears, and a Kroger grocery store in the south wing, which was near the Pennies. And there was also a William H. Block at the center court that opened in 1969. The mall would see an expansion in 1974, and a 6th anchor store would be added. This was the Ohio-based chain Lazarus, as well as about 8 new stores, including a Radio Shack. In 1975, the Kroger store that was connected to the mall was demolished to make way for a brand new expansion. And I think that's kind of sad, because I think having a grocery store connected to the mall is a fantastic idea. It's a great way to bring in new shoppers that otherwise would have never visited. But it was demolished to make way for the brand new Ellis Ayres department store on the south side near the JCPenney. So at this point in time, the success at Lafayette Square was in full swing, and this prompted DeBartolo to plan 2 additional malls on the opposite sides of town. The ground was broken on the northeast side of Indianapolis for what was to become Castleton Square, and it opened in 1972. Washington Square Mall on the east side of Indianapolis would open in 1974. So during my trip to the Lafayette Square Mall, I did happen to go over to the east side of town, and I did visit the Washington Square Mall. And I will say it is definitely a dying mall. Not quite dead yet at the time of this filming, but it is dying. And so I wanted to document that for future generations and to preserve it. And I will eventually be posting that to my channel in the near future. I, however, have not been to the Castleton Square Mall, mostly because it's still thriving and it's in a very affluent, upscale part of town, and I would like to go and visit it. However, my main priority right now is getting to as many of the dying malls as possible before they disappear forever. So right around 1987, the Lazarus chain bought the William H. Block chain, and the Block store was converted to a Lazarus, while the original Lazarus became a Montgomery Ward. And in 1993, the G.C. Murphy 5 and Dime closed. I wish I could have gotten some better shots of this fountain, but there were just too many security guards hanging around, and I didn't want to risk them stopping me for filming, because my goal is to cover every inch of this mall. So I hope you enjoyed this one last look at the amazing mall fountain. By now, the mall was facing stiff competition from newer malls such as the Circle Center that opened in 1995. I did recently take a trip to the Circle Center Mall, and I have to say it's a very fantastic and amazingly unique mall, and I highly recommend that you check it out if you are anywhere near the Indianapolis area. I will be doing a video on this mall shortly, so you'll just have to hit that subscribe button and smash the bell icon so that you'll be notified when I post that video. So this mall has gone through so many changes, it's absolutely ridiculous, and the amount of time it would take to make a video going over all the different changes on the downward spiral of this mall at this point would be just massive. Unfortunately, they had so many security guards walking around this mall that I wasn't able to capture as much footage as I wanted to. I did manage to get shots of each section of the mall and do it justice, but I just wasn't able to be as detailed as I would have liked to, which would have allowed me to cover more of the history on this mall and its downward decline to where it is now. This food court is super cool, and I absolutely love the race car theme that they have going on. I don't know if at one point maybe the whole mall was race car themed. That would have been super cool and a great idea, being it's located near Indianapolis Motor Speedway. But I want to thank everyone for joining me here on this episode of Urbex. It's been a blast creating these videos for you guys, but as you may not know, it's very costly and very time consuming to create and produce these videos. So if you wouldn't please head over to my Patreon account, patreon.com/tiltedtripodmedia, become a member today and support the future of video so that I can continue to make these videos for you guys. 100% of the funding will go back into producing these videos, so even $1 goes a long way to help. Well, I want to thank you again. Please hit the big subscribe button, smash the bell icon so that you can get notified about future videos here on this channel, and I will see you again in the next one. Thank you so much for joining.